Okay, so it's almost time for Apple to step down as the number two valued company out there. This article is kind of crazy. Didn't really realize that we were here, but it turns out Nvidia, the value of an Nvidia now is has moved up so much this year that they're actually about 10% off of Apple for taking the second top spot for the most valuable S&P 500 company. Actually, one of the most valuable companies in the world. I'll read this article. It's Investors Business Daily. Don't usually read articles from these guys, but let's see what they have to say. So Nvidia's value will pass Apple's the second this happens. Apple's perch as the second most valuable company in the S&P 500 is up for grabs, and it won't take much for Nvidia to steal it away. Nvidia's stock price only needs to rise to $1,200 for the company's value to hit $2.9 trillion and surpass Apple's. That's really not much of a stretch, as it's only 9.5% higher than Nvidia's stock is now. Just this year, shares of Nvidia have risen 121%. Yeah, sorry everybody who hasn't, I didn't invest in them too, so I'm sorry for myself as well. But you missed the mark on this one, it seems. At the same time, shares of Apple are down 1%. Demand for Nvidia's semiconductor designs is soaring as they're perfect for running AI applications. Apple, on the other hand, continues to milk its high-priced smartphones, which still lack modern AI capabilities. That was what you really think. Wow, that's a little dig on Apple. It's funny. From a low of $280 billion in mid-2022, Nvidia's market cap rose to $2.8 trillion this week, making it the third largest company in the U.S. and just $100 billion away from eclipsing Apple and its $2.9 trillion market cap, said Bespoke Investment Group. So you can just see here, Nvidia, like the growth is just crazy. Look at this. This is nice growth. Imagine you bought this. Ugh, awful. Whatever. I don't even want to look at that. Nvidia's value surges past $2.6 trillion. Remarkable fundamental growth continues to power Nvidia's value higher, and there doesn't seem to be any barrier. The company's adjusted profit per share exploded 288% in fiscal 2024 to $12.96 a share, and the report on February 21 came in nearly 5% higher than expected. And for fiscal 2024, the growth prospects are even higher. Analysts think the company will earn $26.99 a share, up 108% from the same year ago period. Additionally, analysts see big growth for Nvidia's shares too. Analysts think the stock will hit 1188.66 in 12 months' time, ironically just below where they need to be for the company's value to surpass Apple's. So then you can see Apple here. You know, Apple's had a little bit of a year, we'll say. So what about Apple? Of course, this analysis is based on Apple's share price sitting still. Further deterioration in Apple's stock price would make Nvidia's relative rise even faster. Right now, though, analysts' hope for Apple aren't glowing. The company is expected to make $6.58 a share in fiscal 2024. If that's right, it would mark growth of just 7%. Revenue growth is seen as even more anemic by analysis. They're calling for Apple's fiscal 2024 revenues to rise less than 1% to $386.9 billion. And tepid fundamentals spell a slow rise in Apple stock. Analysts think the company's stock will trade for just $205.64 in 12 months' time. If that's right, it marks a gain of just 7.9%. Jeez. So it's this AI push, right, that's doing this. So can Nvidia do it? Nvidia meteoric rise, why did that word screw me up there, already pushed it past the values of Alphabet, Google, and Amazon. Alphabet is now the fourth most valuable S&P 500 company at $2.1 trillion, and Amazon is fifth at $1.8 trillion. But even if Apple's stock can rise despite stagnant revenue, it's only a matter of time before Nvidia takes the bronze medal in the race for number 2 in the S&P 500's value. Why does it say bronze medal? It's weird. It's going to surpass Microsoft too. So look at that. There's the market value in trillions. So, but Microsoft, because they're in that space of AI, they might be able to hold kind of true with them. We'll see. All right. Anyway, so that's the end of that article. I didn't realize it ended there. What do you think? You think it's going to surpass both? You think it'll surpass Apple and Microsoft? It's anybody in this AI sphere, anybody in that space, they seem to be, and Nvidia is is really positioned well in that space. They've probably been, they've been quiet for a little while. So they've probably just been building that for a little while and not really saying anything, right? They're just not really public about it, but suddenly now you just watch them just growing like crazy. And again, if you missed that ride, sorry, I'm with you. So sorry about our luck, but hopefully the ride continues and get on board like now, maybe even.